Hey, what's up, guys? I wanted to do a review for a movie that just came out yesterday called Hellfest. This was actually one of my favorite movies of 2018, so I was really excited to pick this up on physical release. But pretty much everyone's heard of this by now, but essentially it's a straight up throwback slasher. And I know a lot of people come out with throwback slashers or whatever, but this is like a straight up bona fide slasher throwback. There's no whodunit aspect to it. It's off rip. You kind of know who the killer is. Like, you don't really know who it is, but you know it's not anybody in the group, or it's not supposed to be like a reveal at the end or anything that it's like, oh, he was the one who did it. It's nothing like that. But essentially, Bex Taylor Claus from the Scream show, and it has the girl from, and the other main girl, she was the lead in, what the hell was that? That Channel Zero, the Dream House or Black House or something like that. I think it was like the second season of Channel Zero. She was the main girl in that, and then there's some other people that I had never seen before, but essentially they get tickets to go to like a Halloween Horror Nights type thing called Hellfest, and they go there, and the group is getting picked off by this mass killer on the cover there, and they're just getting killed off one by one, and that's the storyline pretty much. Now, I gotta say the location is awesome. I love the location. I had actually went to Halloween Horror Nights this year in Orlando, Florida. So, it was kind of cool seeing this literally like a week after that. And it's cool too because it's really, really close to how it looked. My only gripe about it is when you're going through the houses, even if you're a VIP, there's still massive amounts of people in the haunted houses with you. And in this movie, they're in the haunted houses alone, and that's just not going to happen with an event like that. But that's the only downside about that. But most people who have never been to like a Halloween Horror Nights type thing or something like that wouldn't even notice that. So you should be good in that way. If you've never been to an event like that, it wouldn't even bother you. But yeah, it was a badass movie. Love the atmosphere, love the lighting, everything. The acting was really good for the most part on everyone's part. There was one cameo by Tony Todd. He's like the host of this Hellfest thing, and it was cool seeing him, of course. Some of the deaths were really cool. There was one where a kid gets a needle into his eyeball, and it actually shows it. So I really like that. And there was just some cool things with like a guillotine. That was a cool kill. And there was just a lot of cool things with it. Actually, the guillotine wasn't a kill, but there was some stuff with the guillotine that was badass. Now, there's not really any features on this. There was like a 20-minute making of Hellfest. Now, as far as the transfer goes, I didn't watch the Blu-ray of this, but I watched the 4K version of it, and it looked beautiful. It's on par with like the Predator 4K and stuff. If you have a 4K player, I definitely recommend picking this one up on 4K. Just the lighting and the darkness. It gives it like real deep inky blacks, and you see a lot more detail and stuff in the nighttime scenes, which the majority of it is in nighttime. And then when like the strobe effects or the lights from the haunted houses hit, it's just really bright, it's just a really amazing transfer. Sound was badass. You hear really good atmosphere or surround sound, and that, it's I definitely recommend this. I give this a 8.5, maybe even a 9 out of 10. I love the ending too. I thought it was a perfect ending for this, and it definitely leaves room for sequels. Now, I don't know if this movie did well enough to get a sequel. I know this did make a lot of people's top 10, so hopefully the studio is paying attention to that kind of stuff, and hopefully they do put a sequel out for this, because I definitely would love to see more on this main character here. Just because, just the ending scene, when you see it, you'll know what I'm talking about. There's different masks and stuff. And I would like to see a lot of those masks used in a sequel, just expand on his story. Maybe not like a prequel or anything like that, but I would just like to see a little more on that character. So hopefully we at least get one more sequel. That's all I ask for. But yeah, that's really all I could say about the movie. I definitely recommend checking it out. Rent it, get the Blu-ray, whatever. It looks beautiful. But yeah, that's Hellfest. Definitely pick it up. Anyways, guys, peace.